Hi, it's Mike Stiles, and this is This Week in the Metaverse, your weekly newscast that keeps you up to date on everything that isn't real and yet is. It's March 27th. Let's find out what happened around the Metaverse this week. The European Union wants there to be a kill switch on all smart contracts. CoinDesk's Jack Schickler reports European Parliament voted in favor of the Data Act bill, with new data controls requiring smart contracts include details of a kill switch to reset activity. The idea is to give people more control over information from smart devices. But there are those in the Web3 community who are saying, hold on, this kind of threatens to defeat the whole purpose of smart contracts. The vote wasn't even close. 500 voted in favor, 23 voted against, and 110 didn't vote at all, probably because they have no clue what any of this is talking about. The new rules would give consumers and companies a say on what can happen with data generated by connected products, but it's that function that stops or resets a smart contract that has opponents worrying. They say the bill isn't clear about who'd have to hit that kill switch and be the smart contract executioner. Plus, the main principle behind smart contracts is they can't be altered by anyone. Next step is to negotiate with the EU member countries to see if they can get to a final version of the bill. Meta's backing away from NFTs. Jay Peters writes in The Verge that the company is winding down its NFT work for Facebook and Instagram. Meta's commerce and fintech lead Stephanie Casriel said, "Across the company, we're looking closely at what we prioritize to increase our focus. We're winding down digital collectibles for now to focus on other ways to support creators, people, and businesses." So Meta's not going to test minting and selling NFTs on Instagram or sharing NFTs on Instagram and Facebook anymore. What are they going to do instead? Didn't you just listen to Stephanie? They'll focus on areas where they can make impact at scale, like messaging and monetization on Reels. Also making Meta pay better. This is a company that wants to, nay, needs to make money. And Zuckerberg has declared 2023 the year of efficiency. So if noodling around with NFTs isn't efficient, they're out of here. And don't be shocked or anything, because this is part of a pattern. They shut down the Meta-backed crypto Diem and Meta's digital wallet last year. They didn't win the efficiency beauty contest. So are NFTs dead? No, because other companies are racing in to fill any voids. Reddit's promoting its digital collectible avatars. Starbucks sold out 2,000 NFTs in its Odyssey customer loyalty program. And Sesame Street just announced an NFT collaboration. Going to teach the kids about high-risk digital asset investing. You know who's not giving up on paying attention to NFTs? The IRS. There's something there that can be taxed, and by God, they're going to find it. Decrypt's Andrei Bagansky tells us if you planned on making JPEG NFTs a part of your retirement account holdings, you need to know what the IRS is up to. It announced it may not allow NFTs in IRAs. That stellar agency that I have no problems with and who should never look into my finances, and the Treasury Department are going to issue some guidance that could see NFTs treated more like physical collectibles. So you can't have stuff like art, coins, antiques, comic books, World War II tanks, things like that in your retirement accounts. Classifying NFTs as collectibles stops their inclusion and could impact how they're taxed when swapped or sold on secondary markets. Until they get all this figured out, the IRS is going to use a look-through analysis to determine if an NFT should be classified as a collectible. If your NFT represents something like a Civil War sword, that would be a collectible. If your NFT represents the right to develop land in the metaverse, the IRS doesn't see anything real connected to it, so it would not be considered a collectible. Our advice is to buy your accountant and tax prep people a great big bottle of scotch. Attention OGs, this story is for you because it's about Second Life. Yes, Second Life. The virtual world launched on the PC desktop web in 2003 that had 3D avatars and places those avatars could interact. Sound familiar? It's still going. It's been live this entire time, has plenty of users and even profits. What's new is, Ars Technica's Samuel Axon reports, Second Life is leaving desktop for the first time and will be available on mobile. Second Life developer Linden Labs says a beta should launch sometime this year, having been built with Unity so the app will work on multiple platforms. There will be some detailed character models and environments, basically bringing as much from desktop over to mobile as possible. So what does all this mean? How impactful is it in the wider metaverse? Super not much. While it'll probably expand the available audience for Second Life, the users who hang out there are a very devoted, niche, maybe literally grandfathered in audience. Obviously, there are more modern-looking virtual worlds, but you must give Second Life props and reverence for introducing, along with The Sims, the Metaverse concept really early in the game. Sony Interactive Entertainment, the PlayStation guys, are looking at integrating NFTs into its gaming consoles. A patent application went public, and it was originally titled NFT Framework for Transferring and Using Digital Assets Between Game Platforms. What Sony wants to apparently do is fix it so digital assets can be used across many different computer simulations and many different computer simulation platforms. Kitco's Jordan Finiseth writes, the patent calls out the benefits of blockchain and how NFTs could represent artwork or in-game assets like a character or a weapon. Problem is, owners can't use that asset across different games and platforms. The tech would create a standardized format for NFTs so they're readable everywhere. Gamers could transfer in-game assets between devices like headsets, tablets, computers, and smartphones. They even want it to be cross-generational, meaning you could carry it from PS4 to PS5. But gamers would be prevented from repeating tasks to earn the same NFTs with different products or games. Nobody needs gamers gaming the system. Are there any jobs that will exist exclusively in the metaverse that will pay you real money so you can survive in the real world? Well, maybe try getting a real-world job first, just to hedge your bets. But Make Use Of's Katie Reese listed 10 metaverse jobs that either already exist or could be growing fields. They include metaverse events managers who schedule and organize concerts and gatherings. They'd have to secure metaverse locations, arrange entertainment, set admission fees, recruit others for security and tech. This job already exists. There are people doing this. Metaverse doctors. They coach you while you take your own appendix out. Now, that's not how it'd work, but they can watch all the monitors you've hooked up to yourself and offer suggestions like go to a real emergency room. Metaverse architects, which is cool because they don't have to worry about structural integrity, building codes, weather, and rotting wood. They can just focus on 3D modeling and interactivity. Metaverse cybersecurity and safety to minimize scams and attacks and deal with abuse and harassment. Metaverse stylists to help your avatar look its hottest. And metaverse tour guides and customer service people. The metaverse is big and confusing. These types will help users get the most out of their visits and enhance the experience with informed and useful information. They'll also direct you to the gift shop on the way out. That's all we've got for you this week. Subscribe to the show, maybe even listen, and let your other metaverse fanatics know it exists. We'll be back next week.